I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
When I started with the Bulls, it was 5,000 people in the stands. So, it was like playing to an empty arena. My mindset was to go, try to get back and win. Anytime that, when I left in 93, I left on top in terms of winning. I was coming back in 95, halfway in the season, and still my mentality was about winning. Now granted, physically I wasn't prepared for winning at that time because I had a baseball body, but it took me a while to understand my teammates, understand, their motivations. If I can put it in the most simplest terms, is that, you have to give up bits and pieces of who you are for the benefit of the team. And that can be, something so simple as either, response, support, spending time, having lunch, dinner, either way. I learned that later in my years because initially in basketball, I was so focused in my craft that's what matters the most. But to win, you have to give parts of yourself to other people and look at people in a different manner and come to accept them. I really don't have regrets. I am a person that says, as soon as you look back in your history and you come up with something that you feel like you want to change, something else has to change. Disappointment to me, to win, you got to lose. To be successful, you got to have something that's not successful. To be happy, you got to have disappointment. I think all of those things have evolved and happened to make me who I am and understand the benefits and the privileges I have, and not to wear it on my sleeve, be very humble about it. That's one thing my parents taught me very well is, don't wear your reputation, don't wear your accolades, don't wear your personality on your sleeve. Let it happen, let it be you. It is who you are. Don't hide from it, but don't wear it and rub it in people's face. The thing that I remember the most about my father, and I had him for 32 years, and I never look at it from a negative sense. Obviously, he was murdered, but the thing that I do remember all the time, I think about him practically every day.